Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai, Mahayogi Swamy Umananda Saraswati ki jai. Yes, we are having a little gap in between. I was in a shifting phase, got back to my new home. Internet has to yet come so it may take another few days before these things reach you. But if not through YouTube, I can still post this video to you on all the students of Siddha Yoga, those who are working with me, who have joined the academy. And this is from question 41 to 44. We'll be taking 4 questions, 41, 42, 43, 44. And this will be video English, I think it's going to be 13. So let's see, what is the difference in the discourses given by Guru and those by a scholar? Those who understand little Marathi also will understand that for the discourse given by a Guru, we call it pravachan. Pravachan is a Marathi, Hindi, both words. It means pravachan. Pravachan is a discourse. Now, pravachan, the word pravachan has got another word which is called vachan in that. It's like a promissory note. It is when he says that these are certain things that may happen by the law of the universe, they are bound to happen. They are applicable to our real life. So they are not just imaginative concepts or study concepts, but they are some concepts on which you can have faith. So when a guru gives you, he gives you a promissory note in his lectures. And that is why they are important. I'll give you a very beautiful example. Once I had gone to, there is a place nearby here on the way to Shirur. Well, I'll get the name later. I was invited for a lecture. When I went there, many people had come and I was to give my discourse. I gave my lecture. And a lady came to me and she said, I feel blessed. All my doubts were answered by you during your lecture. Now, her doubts were not told to me. She had not questioned me. But yet it somehow worked out that all her doubts were clear through my speech. There was another lady who came to me and she said, since you can answer the questions and clear the doubts without the questions being asked to you, please tell me what is in my mind and answer those questions. She was probably testing me. I said, you know your mind better. If you ask me a question, I'll try and answer it. She said, no, you read my mind and you find out the questions and you give me the answers. Almost for about 20 minutes, she was a difficult challenge. Finally, I asked the organizers, I said, please dissuade her and take her away from here. Sometimes it's difficult. So, but pravachan doesn't mean knowing your mind. It happens automatically. The speaker might not know the mind of the audience. It might be just that the content of the subject, like it's a law of attraction. If there is a imposing question in your mind, then somebody around will come with the answer. So it's a law of attraction of the universe. So it works accordingly. Just like Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that if there is evil which is try to supersede the good, then I shall step down and destroy the evil. Now these are certain laws which we need to know. They are universal laws. Similarly, one of the universal laws about imparting of knowledge is it will be available when there is a questions in the society. So it's a very beautiful arrangement that we call it as pravachan. So in which you have the answers which are pending, yet to be known by the people. At that time, as a mastermind will be selected through whom the answers will manifest. Now, second question is, how does one know whether a guru is testing you or blessing you? For this one needs to be in the presence of Guru for a couple of months or weeks or years, and gradually you will start knowing the Guru will start knowing you. You will start knowing the Guru, and through interaction you will become knowledgeable and wise. Now, how do you know whether his Guru is testing you or blessing you? Guru, when praises you or criticizes you, it should be looked upon as a test. Guru doesn't need to praise somebody. Guru is there just to impart knowledge to a person around. He doesn't even if it's a king comes to his ashram or to meet him, he need not praise the king. He has to just try and impart knowledge. What is the role of the Guru? That is, give you an insight, a knowledge. If you can change the situation, he can change it, he will change. Otherwise, he will give you a right approach to the same situation. So, accordingly, you will be able to deal with it better. So, it's enlightening factor. Guru is one who leads you from darkness to light. So, it's a very beautiful way. So, when he criticizes you or praises you, normally when it is praising you, because there are some very tall people come into a guru's life. A spiritual master meets almost all people who are like royal elite of the society. And it is expected, probably some of them expect that the guru is um, polite or whatever you call it. But there's a very beautiful story, Tukaram Maharaj and Shivaji, was a king, Maratha king. He was keen on meeting Tukaram. He heard the name of the saint Tukaram. He wanted to meet him. So before he goes, he sends a lot of gifts to Tukaram, Sant Tukaram. And he says, this is a small gift given by Maharaj, Shivaji Maharaj to you. Please accept. So he very beautifully, Tukaram Maharaj looks at each one and says, what will I do with all this gold and silver and all? This is not of no use to me. Let the king use it for the welfare of society. He says, take it back. At that time, it's not that he was obliged to honor it or respect it and take it because it's sent by a king or something. No, but the moment Shivaji came, he heard this. He was there amongst the people. He was hidden. And he came forward and he says, you have not accepted what I've said. He says, I don't need it. I don't need it. You rather use it for your country's welfare. What will I do with all so much of gold and all? But this is imparting of knowledge, not praising someone. Remember, so praising and even trying to criticize is normally to test how willing you are to surrender or to lose your ego or um, feel that the Guru has a right to tell you certain things. So it's normally done. And he watches your reactions. He watches your reactions and sees how far your ego can be controlled. Now, ego is not something which he wants to control for his own self. No. The moment you start overcoming ego, the light of knowledge, the knowledge will penetrate through you. The knowledge will penetrate into you through your intellect, through your heart, through your mind. It's a very easy system. It's like just taking the suit away over the water rivers and all. You call the grass shevala, we call in Marathi. You just remove that and the water shines. Similarly, something like that. for you to dissolve the ego, which is part of ignorance. It is a greater major cause of ignorance. So the moment you remove it, your soul will start shining. It will shine with knowledge in it, with beauty of all the beautiful virtues of will emerge through it. It's a very beautiful way of saying. And then when Guru with humor speaks of you, when he looks at and makes some little um, light humor, it's not that to make you feel awkward or something. It's a light humor. For example, he will say, suppose you come in late. So he says, no, I was just waiting to start my discourse because I needed to wait for you. He'll make it a little noticeable and yet not very hurtful. Nothing. I mean, anything with Guru is nothing hurts us. And if at all it hurts, it is only to dissolve your ego. So, and go with it, go along with it. Is meditation truly essential for spiritual life? My God, meditation is the key to spiritual life. You enter the spiritual world by unlocking the door of that complete region by meditating. Meditation is the key by which you unlock the spiritual world. So you've got to meditate. Now there are programs we are holding on meditation, and they are with the help of mudras, and they are designed in such a way that you are able to interact and develop various potentials in you. You still need to know yourself first more than gods around you. You have to know yourself. What are the potentials you have? We have got umpteen powers in us. We've got power of creation, sustenance, dissolution. You have power of knowledge, power of action, power of will. We have got so many powers in us. There are combinations of Lord Shiva's and Shakti's powers, both of them. There are about 10 powers of Lord Shiva is Utpatti, Sthiti, Laya, Nigraha, Anugraha, and that of Shakti is Kala, Kriya, Ved, Mantra, Jnana. All these 10 can emerge through you. Plus you have the powers of mortal. So there are so many powers we have, and we need to unlock these powers. And the art of unlocking it, art of using it, and bringing it to the forefront in your life is done through meditation. So meditation is the key, the basic key of sadhana, the basic founding principle of sadhana of the spiritual world. Through meditation alone, one can see the ultimate and supreme truth. Now, even to anticipate what is unseen, tomorrow's day, suppose you don't know tomorrow whether it's going to be good or bad. Had you realized, if you would have felt that what if I go out and something drastic happens like an earthquake or an accident and all, then you won't go out, isn't it? So knowing the future may not help us, but knowing how to deal with the future is what we need to develop. The moment the future comes before you in the present, you should be able to deal with it. That is the potential which you will get through meditation. Meditation will inform you, but also, even if it will warn you, it will also save you. It's not just knowing the truth that tomorrow is going to be earthquake. Then you won't go out of the house, or it may end up here. A humorous story here I will tell you. One man, he was walking on the streets somewhere. So a spiritual master looks at him and he says, how come you're here? You should have been at so and so point near the house. How come you are in the market here? So he says, no, you need to take the stand, be there. Go to that place now, because this fellow thinks that this spiritual master, he decides, he rushes, because somebody had told him that had he been in the market, once he goes to the market, he may meet his death. The moment the spiritual master says, how come you're here? This fellow thinks he's at the wrong place and he rushes back home. But actually when he goes home, he meets death there. The death says, I was waiting for you. So there's no point in knowing a future. We should only hope that it's a sound future. You pray for that, or you should be able to deal with the future if it comes. So meditation will tell you. Even in worldly life, for achieving success in any undertaking, concentration becomes an essential factor. Even if it is studies, you have to do. Even if you are operating on somebody, you have to do it. If you are organizing a meeting, you have to do it. Where do you not need concentration? Somewhere you need it with open eyes, and somewhere you need it with closed. However, meditating on worldly life cannot be just pure dhyan. For pure dhyan, you have to meditate on that which is not worldly, and that is paramarthik, that is spirit, that is God. You need to work on that. That is meditation. Now, what is chitta, what is mind, and what is intellect? These three are normally confused to be one. That actually, it is the energy which works through these. But chitta, what does it do? It entertains thoughts. Mind has desires, and intellect makes decision. So we have three clear things before us. Chitta, chitti is consciousness. So what is consciousness containing? Thoughts. Consciousness is chitta. Chitta, the same thing in a universal plan, it is called chitti. Chitti Shakti. And in a human intellect, it is called chitta. So chitta it is a storehouse of thoughts. It stores thoughts. Intellect decides which thought is right for what work. And mind, it entertains desires. So if you have a desire in mind, you first turn to the intellect and says that this is my desire. What should I do? The intellect then picks up from this source of thoughts, that is from chitta, and answers your questions. It's a beautiful link. Sometimes I wonder how beautifully God has. Now, I was talking about three powers today: Jnana Shakti, Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti. I give you a small, beautiful example of how these three powers have come together right from the birth. The child is hungry, the child cries. Newly born child cries. So there is Ichha Shakti. He is born with Ichha Shakti. He wants something. The moment the baby cries, the mother realizes Jnana Shakti. The mother realizes the baby must be hungry. And Kriya Shakti, the body is willing to supply milk. It wasn't there earlier. Before the woman becomes a mother, the milk is not produced. It lasts only till the child needs it up to 6 to 8 months. After that, it stops. It stops on its own. So the entire mechanism in the universe. Now there are three different situations, different entities: the child, the mother, and the physical happening, a physical scientific procedure. But see how they are beautifully linked. So this is the creation. Like that, this chitta, mind, and intellect, they work hand in hand. Mind has a desire, mind turns to the intellect. The intellect decides whether the desire is right or not, and then it selects from the thoughts what it should be, what more should be known by the mind to get what they need. So we are all beautifully designed by God. We should try to know something more about God. So I cover up to 44 questions today of Siddha Yoga. I'll definitely be presenting the same in Marathi in a day or two. Let me see. Probably till the internet doesn't start, I may not put it on YouTube. It will go straight to your WhatsApp through my video. But once internet starts, the same will be put up on YouTube. So meanwhile, study hard, be with me. This is Swamy Radhikananda from Pune. Thank you.